Hello. I play too many racing games. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta address the camera. I play too many racing games. Racing, driving games. I play way too much. Everything I've played like the last few weeks on stream, it's only been racing game. Uh, I think I need to put all that knowledge to good use. We're gonna start ranking them starting today. I can't guarantee this will be a weekly thing, but whenever I feel like playing racing games, we're just gonna go at it as like ranking them. I've got a list built up already, or I should say, I have a Google Doc with the number 1 in it. But we're gonna get started today doing this. It being that I have streamed a bunch in the last few weeks, well over a month, there's going to be some overlap. You're probably going to see some games that I have played already, including the one we're about to start with. Ground rules for this list. Notice I included racing and driving games. Not every racing game is a driving game, and not every driving game is a racing game. So in that instance, like something like Runabout on the PlayStation, you drive a lot, but not exactly a racing game, right? Or something like Running High, which is like a foot racing game. You're not driving a car. You're just a dude running. So all that will count. That's essentially the ground rules I've set. We'll do this fluidly. Rules could change. You may see a Grand Theft Auto game. Probably not. I'm probably not going to do that. But just to give you an idea, open world racing games, open world driving games, that's all. That's all up there. SSX, it's a racing game that could be on there. We're gonna run the gamut. Most likely, though, we'll probably be driving a car or something with like car-like physics, like Running High. Valve limit art number 1. What's up, guys? All right. This first game, the one of the main reasons why I want to do this list is because I've been playing this particular PS2 game on and off for like the last few weeks, and it needs to be on the list first because I can't stop thinking about it. So here we go. This is Wild Wild Racing from Rage Software and published by Interplay, at least in the US. I want to say it was published by Rage in the UK. Make sure the volume's good because I have the volume in here down pretty low. $30 sounds fine. This is a game I never owned growing up, but I am weirdly nostalgic for it. This was featured on a PS2 demo disc that came with my brother's PS2 when he first got it. It came packaged with the PS2. And for whatever reason, I just latched on to playing this game. Also, even though the triggers, PS2 doesn't have analog triggers. They're buttons. But you can map in-game to where R2, L2 buttons would be. And they're still digital, but I don't know, I thought that was kind of neat. I don't have to map it in the... I don't have to map it in the emulator. I have multiple hours clocked in on this already, so we have all the championships unlocked. We're gonna do the Pro Championship though, so we can see as much of the game as we can. Do some time attack stuff. Some of this stuff is unreasonably difficult, especially on Pro. So we'll get a look at that, and then we'll look at the challenge stuff too. This is why I want to do the championship right now. Get all the challenge trophies, which I have, and beat Pro Championship for a wild challenge. So we're gonna see that. And as far as I know, I have all the cars. So we're just gonna go with this guy. What's up, B-Token? Everybody's here. If you're, so this game is an off-road racing game. Race against 4 to 6 drivers at a time. And you do these... I want to say there's only 6 tracks in the game. It doesn't feel like it, though, because these tracks are so huge that I can never remember much of their layouts. There's also a ton of shortcuts in each track. See, I do remember that. I was talking about how I can never remember anything about the track layouts, but this particular layout I am very familiar with. This is one of the time attack challenges in pro mode. It is unreasonably difficult. Then you take this shortcut right here. But if you're going out at speed, you'll hit that downed tree log and just get destroyed. And then right here, you have to do this shortcut very particularly because you don't have a whole lot of traction, and if you're like too far to the left, you'll just slide off the hill and lose a ton of time. Yeah, so it being an off-road racer, you got like dune buggy type vehicles, you got these off-road trucks. The weird thing about this game, though, is the physics. They're not great. In fact, they kind of suck ass. But I don't know. Like, you kind of get used to it. Like, they're not like one of those like newer Baja off-road type racing games. Like, what did that guy do? He was just stopped. Like, your cars technically have shocks, but they're so stiff and bouncy, like, you lose control so quickly, even on, like, basic straightaways. Like, oh, that guy did it too. What I will say with the AI, I do like that they also fall victim to the wonky physics. But vehicle handling, like, I generally kind of like it. It feels pretty good when you get a nice groove going. But yeah, just the physics and then going off jumps, like, you kind of have a death wish if you go off a jump because you could lose control at any second, even on a straightaway. Like, any slight bump in the track can have you careening off course. Yes, collision detection also very harsh. The idea for this is to play as much of these games as possible to get a general idea of, like, what's on offer, get used to the physics, and just kind of rank it from there. Given how much time I plan in my head on spending with each game per stream, maybe like 3, maybe 4 games a stream, we'll see. But even though there's like only 6 main tracks, like, they're huge. Like, the first lap on this track was like 3 minutes, and this is a 3-lap 3-lap race. So you have like the easy, medium, and pro challenges essentially. We're on the pro championship, and with each championship, it adds a new environment, a new track, but it also has you replaying the previous tracks, but it just adds more laps. So the first like amateur championship, I think it's amateur, whatever the easy one is, has you doing 3 races, but only 1 lap each. See, look at those physics. A car will just randomly bounce in the air. But you can also see on the map in the bottom left, like it shows shortcuts on the map, and the other drivers will use those shortcuts. And yeah, like the AI will screw up and like hit walls when trying to take shortcuts, which is real funny, but also like, I don't know, it makes them more believable. Like they're prone to messing up because the physics are weird. What I also liked about this game when I was a kid, and you can't see it in this car, but like the driver in the cockpit is animated. Like you see him there, you see him moving the steering wheel, you see him doing the gear shifts. I always thought that was pretty cool. Because like, even on Dreamcast, with the exception of like Metropolis Street Racer, most of the driving games I played, like the cockpits were like fully enclosed. The windows were super opaque; you couldn't like see through them. So it felt more like next gen of a game to be like, yo, you get to see the actual driver in the car. Or sometimes, like, if you can see through the car, there's just no driver model in there. It's just an empty chassis. It's just these super unreliable physics. Just gotta... You're less fighting with the other cars for the most part and just more fighting the physics. I don't know, there's still some level of satisfying, like, driving mechanics here that I just kind of dig. I'm also blinded by nostalgia. Like, there's really nothing spectacular about this game. It was a PS2 launch title. It was up against Midnight Club and Smuggler's Run. There's probably other PS2 launch titles that I'm missing. But this one just always stuck with me. Like, it didn't do anything that I hadn't seen before, you know? I played a bunch of Dreamcast racing games before I played this. I just latched onto it. Alright, one goes down. 5 more to go. My best race on this track was 10 minutes. Also, if we do get a chance to see the weather effects, here we go. These rain weather effects are hilarious. I want to imagine I want to assume that this has to do with the emulator we're playing on. We're playing on PCSX2. But just the simulated rain effects, just having them be streaks of white lines going across the screen like this. Like, literally didn't even try. Nothing about the terrain changes, like your handling doesn't change, the surface doesn't look wet. If anything, it just changes the lighting to be darker. I will say, like, with the handbrake, if you can, like, time your drift just right, it feels pretty damn good. Like, what was that? The guy in first place just deliberately slowed down. And the other guys just crashed into it. They're like, yo, bro, what the fuck are you doing? FX 32X. Hell yeah, dude. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, like, depending on, like, what surface you're driving on, like, your handling does change. Like, you lose traction when you're off the main path. You do lose some speed as well. Yes, this is the Davetona in the flesh. Is that Hype Master Alex? What are we playing today? This is Wild Wild Racing for the PlayStation 2. This is a PlayStation 2 launch game from 2000. This game is 25, 26 years old. Yeah, this game was featured on a lot of early PlayStation 2 demo discs, which is how I first played it. And I generally just have a lot of nostalgia for it in that regard. I think the reason, is because it felt like a racing game that I couldn't play. Like, the PS2 was my older brother's. He wouldn't let me really play it at all. And, like, we never owned this game. We just had the demo for it, and I played it quite a bit. Because it was a game that I could play and not mess up any of his game saves, you know? And in that sense, it was like, it felt like a forbidden game where, like, oh, I can only play this sometimes. And even then, like, I can only get a tiny bit of slice of it, you know? So that also added to the allure to want to play this game, you know? But also, like, this past week, just, like, playing more of this game off stream and just kind of just in general being fascinated by it, I was trying to look up who owns this game, because Rage Software doesn't exist. And other than like Interplay publishing this in the States, like Rage like held on to the rights for this game as far as I'm aware, as far as I can find, because they self-published it in the UK. And Rage no longer being around, it's hard to trace exactly where some of their IP went. It's like no one's clamoring for a re-release or a new Wild Wild Racing, you know? It's just one of those things where like, and even when this game was new for the PS2 at launch, like it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just another game to put on the shelves at launch. It was a game to provide a means to an end. If you wanted another racing game at launch, here you go. So I had two conclusions. It's either Majesco owns this, because apparently they bought up some of Rage Software's IP when they went out of business, or no one cared. And it's just lost in IP limbo. Not to say like the developers tried hard with this game, but like your game is literally called Wild Wild Racing. You threw it out on the shelf during a launch window for a launch day for a console, and just, you know, that was it. That being said, it's a competent enough driving game. And like actually playing a lot of this over the last few weeks, it's like there's, you know, a lot more going on under the hood. Like, yes, there's only 6 tracks, but they're huge. The time attack challenge modes offer a good amount of replayability. They're incredibly difficult, so you do have a lot of like replayability there, just trying to complete all the challenges. There's cars to unlock. As you're playing through these challenges, you can unlock upgrades for those cars to make them faster. I mean, it's no like crazy in-depth car upgrade mechanic or anything. It's just like, hey, you won these challenges, your car goes faster now. That's sort of it. And yeah, as a kid, like, realistically, that's all the replay I really needed, right? Like, if I had this on GameCube as a kid, I probably would have been plenty happy. Probably would have played it a bunch. So yeah, visually, nothing super spectacular, nothing I hadn't seen before when compared to like stuff on the Dreamcast. I think the music in this game sucks. Like 1 or 2 tracks stand out for just how grating they are. So a lot of the time I will just turn off the music and just listen to something else. And yeah, it's just like generic, like rock and roll music as well. Like some of the synthier techno stuff they put in here is just bad. You'll likely hear it in the championship run. just the courses, if they weren't like, would you guess this is India? They're all just generic outdoor environments. Another nice first place finish. Hey, yo, we rank in racing games. Ooh, I should. We'll get the Pod Racer one of these streams. Okay, you can tell it's Iceland because it's got snow and ice on the ground. But much like all the other tracks we are going to play, Barren Wasteland. It's just this one. It's got a little bit of snow here and there. So here, the snow and ice here, we actually like lose traction. We go a lot slower. Anything goes. Rules for the list so far. It's the list of driving and racing games, because not every racing game is a driving game, and not every driving game is a racing game. So stuff like Runabout, which is like a mission-based driving game, would be on this list. Something like Running High or Sonic R, where you're not driving a car, it's a foot race game, but it's still racing. SSX, you're racing snowboards, that counts. But I'll primarily be focused on like driving cars, stuff with like driving handling physics, you know what I mean? Because admittedly, the way that Running High and Sonic R play, they do play like driving games. You're driving these characters, you know what I mean? Rules up for interpretation. Will there be Saturn games on here? Absolutely. I'm going to have games from everywhere on this list. We're just starting with Wild Wild Racing on the PlayStation 2. Because if anything, this is the game that's like made me want to like just do this in the first place. So it's like, might as well do this one first. Like this track's got dedicated jumps you can just do, but you can also like screw yourself over because the physics are all jank. Like it doesn't handle how you want off-road racing to feel, you know? This is gonna have a weird shortcut jump here. That guy just ate shit. Like the sounds your car makes as it's bouncing against the ground, it's like it shouldn't be doing that. Like realistically, this game is a solid 6 out of 10. You know? It doesn't do anything particularly groundbreaking. It's not that pretty looking. It handles more than competently. It doesn't have any wild ideas. It's just as generic of a racing game, an off-road racing game, as you could possibly get. So in a way, probably a good starting point, you know? Trust me, we're gonna see some I'm gonna see some trash on this list. Don't you worry. Like, once you get used to the wonky physics and like whip your car around corners, like I was talking about earlier, like you can get a feel for this game, and like it feels pretty good to just drive around. It's got a pretty decent sense of speed too. I would not be disappointed if I had this at the PS2 launch. You know, it does what it needs to do. It was the Excite Truck of its day. Not to talk bad about Excite Truck. I like Excite Truck. It just felt like a game that filled a need in its lineup, you know? Although I will say Excite Truck is anything but... Oh, fuck! Excite Truck is anything but a normal racing. It's a game where it's like the racing part of it is practically secondary. Almost kind of like Metropolis Street Racer, now that I think about it, but, you know, not really the same thing. I will say, when I played through this championship mode, it was not, the Pro Championship I'm doing here, it was not with this car. So I will say the AI actually put up a much more, much bigger challenge with a different car that I was using. This is like one of the last cars you can unlock. It's generally pretty good. There is one car that I have that's like unlocked after this one, but it has generally worse handling. So I just went with this one. But their top speeds are, I want to say they're identical. Where the jumps, we don't want to ruin the lead we already got. We're gonna do this big jump though. Real good run there.
Oh no. Oh.
Thank you. Find a little straight here. Nice.
You left him standing. Yeah, it's a new lap record.
Like the AI definitely still puts up more of a fight. Also, I meant 6 tracks, not I meant 5 tracks, not 6. Also, apparently I couldn't be better than Baby Emma on this track. This track too, also a barren wasteland, but also has like authentic, I guess. At least it's got more buildings. You could argue it's pretty much the same, just with a different color palette as the last track. Oh no, fuck. Shit. As far as you know, there's no respawn button. The game just knows to reset you. And it does it fairly quickly. Oh, Jesus. Basically no track. There's just so many shortcuts. I don't think that was much better. That was effective enough. published in the States. So, yeah, Interplay published this in the States, and Rage Software, who developed this, self-published this in the UK, as far as I can tell. As for who owns the rights to this game now, since Rage no longer exists, it's either held up in like a rights limbo or owned by Majesco. Realistically, if we ever hear anything about this game ever again, it'll be because Limited Run is re-releasing it for some reason. Yes, Rage Software, as in the Saturn version of Doom as well. My driver's having a good time. We're good. Right here. Like, I feel like to really get a lot out of this game, you gotta be awake. I feel like this is the type of racing game that could put a lot of people to sleep. Just for how long these tracks are, how barren things are, and how not interesting a lot of it is. But is it weird that, like, the fact that it's not notable also kind of adds to a bit of its charm, for me at least? Like, the second race on this championship was 10 minutes. We're on the final track, though. Wait, these are long courses. Even if they're not 3 laps, they're still, like, pretty long. I will say this is not a barren wasteland, although I don't know why this is Australia. When I think of Australia, I think of, like, the outback, not a jungle, but what do I know? level with our lovely rain effects. Those chicanes. We'll say design-wise, this is probably the most interesting track in the game. Oh god. Like, track layout and overall theme, it just feels way more different than the other tracks. Still way too goddamn long. Oh god. See ya. One less chicane to drive through. God. Oh, put me back up here. Okay. Set us back pretty far. Although I'm not too worried about losing this race. We've pretty much got it in the bag. Championship. Rain is just visual. If that. It's just a bunch of white streaking lines going across the screen. Doesn't change handling. Doesn't even make the ground wet. It just makes the sky look darker. I don't know if this is like a thing with emulation, or if playing it on the PS2 would actually make the physics, or would make the rain effect a bit more believable. Oh shit. Oh god. Looking good. Not looking good. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Doing this one championship took roughly an hour. And like you can't stop and like save progress in the middle of it. Like when you're locked into a championship, you have to see the whole thing through. The end here. Still might be able to get first. If he doesn't go left, we might got it. Nice. Hell yeah. It's on both sides. It's not Gran Turismo. Those endurance races. I mean, I find that stuff like, what's the word? Like, I'm into that idea, but I also got to be like into the idea, you know? I got to be in the mood to be like, yeah, you know what? I want to do that. I want to do a Gran Turismo endurance race. It's a motor slice. Nice. All right. Let's save what we got going on here. What's the wild challenge?
India.
Unless it expects me to get these trophies too.
USA.
Just to give you an idea of just how
Black Lightning.
outrageous this challenge is. I love a motor slice. Nice. Yeah, that game looks great. All right, so this is a section of the USA track that I have to beat within 48 seconds. I'm going to take every shortcut and try to get through it as quickly as possible. That's the part that always screws me up. We lost. We lost already.
3, 2, 1, go!
Admittedly, this is where a lot of my play time has gone recently. It's just this one challenge. Like, the difficulty on this is just brutal. So the collision detection is super unforgiving.
3,
You have to do it like pinpoint precision perfect. I don't know what it is about this very first challenge that they made it so difficult. Here, actually, even if I screw up, I'm gonna finish it just so you get an idea
1, go!
of just how insane this particular challenge is. The shortcut always messes me up. That was actually really good. That was shockingly great, but now we screwed up that jump. Here. We don't want to go too fast or we're going to slide down the side of the hill. And we've already lost. I did that in 52 seconds. I have to do it in 48. I played Haste for a little bit. It was fine. It reminds me a lot more of Tiny Wings on iPhone, if you ever played that. Like momentum physics, kind of like that. Really good. This is a really good run so far. Fucking hell, dude. That is as perfect as you could possibly get it. 48.59. I don't know what else you actually legit could have done differently with that run. It's just so... It's so difficult. Like, if they made it 50 seconds... I feel like that'd be a lot more fair. We'll do the flat-out challenge. Or 49.43, yeah. Even 49 seconds, that'd be tight, but you could do it. This is my first time doing this challenge, so I don't know what the general layout for this one is. Already screwed up though. You know what? Here, we'll just go do we'll go to a different continent.
India, Iceland.
You know what? Let's try the Behemoth. It's got bad handling, but it's got good acceleration. After this challenge, I'll show you like the other minigame stuff you can do. Oh, this doesn't handle all that bad. The high acceleration definitely helps a lot. Oh man, we already lost. Dang. That is so tight. That car did seem a lot better.
India, USA.
Yeah, let's just try it before we move on. I will say its wheelbase is a lot wider, which may make things a bit more difficult, especially with that like really pinpoint shortcut in the middle there.
Three, two, one, go!
I don't know if this will work out. We'll see. No. Oh, damn.
Three, two, one, go!
And I did not like that.
Three,
I just wish the restarts were a lot more quick. That's pretty bad. Oh.
three, two, one, go! Checkpoint.
Come on, man. Christ. That's so difficult. Like, you couldn't get more perfect than that. Like, you have to flat out like, the whole way through. And yeah, your car just, the way the handling and the physics are, your car just constantly bounces.
Black lightning.
We'll do...
Black lightning. Ribbon. Mud blaster. Kimono.
We'll do it with the kimono. So, to unlock these cars, you have to do the first challenge and you get these extra 2 challenges.
Mud blast. Ribbon. Black lightning. Black lightning. Ribbon. Mud blast. Kimono.
Okay, maybe... Okay, so these challenges are still in black, so...
Black lightning.
Okay, so the way you unlock cars... is you go through you go through the tracks and have to find and collect letters that spell out the name of the car within the time limit. The game just got you with a scare.
3, 2, 1, go!
So in the top left there, you see those dashes that show all the letters that I have to find. And it does like the Sonic Adventure Knuckles thing of like, it'll start blinking when I'm close to a letter. For this first track, it looks like all the letters are on the main course. And the later ones where like the letters where like some of the car names like Black Lightning, you have to find all the letters for that. And also you have to search through all the shortcuts. Like that's where it can get really difficult. Not good. No, not good. One minute left, and I got 2 more letters. Gotta find an O in the next 40 seconds. I don't keep spitting out. Cool. So yeah, that's one challenge. The next 2 are more interesting. Yeah, this is the little cutscene for unlocking the car. Can't hear yet. I can hear something moving. Oh, Jesus.
Black Lightning, Rippin', Mudflap, Davetona.
Okay, yeah. Now that I got all 3 golds, I got that trophy. So I guess I have to redo a lot of this stuff. That's fine. So the skill challenge, we have to... These are original tracks for these, or unique tracks for these challenges. You have to guide a ball through the course to the finish line.
3, 2, 1,
Whatever, that's fine. Just go for the gold. Like, there's some fun challenges here. Some neat ideas. I missed the ball entirely there. Essentially Rocket League. And then the final track
Black light. Ribbon. Mud black. Kimono.
is a stunt track, which is just, hey, we put in a bunch of jumps and try not to spin out. So a lot of tracks, a lot of the stunt tracks are that. You know, I'll even do the last stunt track. It doesn't really get that crazy. It's just a bunch of big jumps. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of variety with the challenges and also just like locking the cars. Like there is definitely a good amount of stuff to do in this game. I think it's the right amount of content for a launch game. But some of those challenges are just stupid difficult. But yeah, each of the cars you unlock have those challenges. I guess getting all the trophies in this mode will unlock the wild challenge. So yeah, get all these trophies and get pro championship and I'll get a wild challenge. So I got more of this to play in my off time. Let me go ahead and save it though, since I got that challenge trophy already. Yeah. That's Wild Wild Racing. Released by Rage Software for the PlayStation 2, the year 2000. Video showed up. But yeah, good amount of gameplay variety. Good amount of, even a very small amount of tracks, but very large racetracks. A pretty hefty challenge there. A lot of stuff to unlock, among other things. But at the end of the day, it's like still kind of like a whatever racing game. Nothing too particularly special about it. It is a very by-the-numbers, run-of-the-mill off-road racer, you know? It's inoffensive, but also not mind-blowing, you know? I said earlier, it's like a good 6 or 7 out of 10 game. Sometimes that's just the kind of game you're looking to play. It's like a 3 out of 5 star Chinese restaurant. You're lacking style a little bit, but if you rented it, oh yeah, like this is a great rental. This is if you just want to play a racing game for a weekend, like this is a pretty decent option, especially at launch. As a launch game, I think this fits the bill. This does everything it needs to do. And there's also a 2-player split screen mode. So you got that going for it too. But how do we rank it? Let's do this. How do we rank this here video game? As you see, this is our list. But yeah, you know, this game's got a lot of stuff going for it being a launch game, and that's kind of it. But you could do a lot worse. You could play a lot worse racing games. You could play a lot of better racing games. But for what it is perfectly fine and serviceable. It's got weird physics, but the handling model is enough for you to like fight through the physics and still manage to have a fun time with it. It's fine. Calling it wild racing, I think, is a bit much.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
Maybe mild racing would be a better one. Bonk Stick, thanks for the follow, man. But I think we gotta say it out loud. Currently, wild racing is currently the #1 best ranked racing and driving game. Congratulations to Rage Software for being the #1 ranked racing and driving game of all time. Claps in chat. What's up, Bonk Stick? I didn't expect us to play this game for about an hour and 20 minutes. But you know, it's what the science has us do sometimes. Let's play something a bit shorter. We'll stay on PS2 since we're already here. Actually, do we want to stay on PS2? Let's get something a bit smaller, actually. What do you say? I think we can do that. Let's go to PS1. And we got some pretty quick games to play here. Very run-of-the-mill small stuff. Usually, I would probably want to like think ahead of time to add these into the list. But I kind of decided to do this whole thing within the last couple hours. Even though I've been thinking about like, man, I should do a ranking list. In terms of like actually getting it started. Happened like this. Literally just the PS1 version of San Francisco Rush. A personal favorite of mine, San Francisco Rush. Not necessarily this version of the game. I grew up playing this on Dreamcast. I'm just remapping my controls quick. I did a video review for this for Retroware back in the day. To be completely honest, I don't remember much about this version. But yeah, I always associated the Rush games with the N64 and 2049 on the Dreamcast. And I remember first seeing that there was a PS1 version of this, like years after the fact. And I'm like, I need to see what this is. Cool. PS1 version also go, it's dangerous. Boy, does it. From what I remember. So here's your options. Here's your main menu. Everything is laid out like this, and I think it looks incredibly ugly. What's the difference between circuit and GP? You know, we'll find out. I don't even know what extreme race is, but we will see. Okay, it's just the track we're doing. Yeah, the UI I think is real bad. Oh. It just explodes.
It's dangerous!
There it is! It plays at like not double speed, but like at a faster pitch. Oh boy. Yeah, this does not handle anything remotely like the N64 arcade versions of the game. I want to say, like, from what I remember of this game, I'm pretty sure I was like, yeah, this game feels like it runs at double speed. The game speed is tied to frame rate. Okay, and the track layouts are kind of the same. Oh, this is a this track is we're doing it in reverse. Oh. It doesn't have the cool music either. Also, the camera is not centered to the back of your car. It's like at an angle sometimes, depending on how you're turning. That's weird. I remember this track, like, this was like one of the biggest tracks in the game. I just slammed through that one lap. So quick. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Let's get out of there. It probably would have helped if I did like a basic race first. Oh, shit. And like it tries to approximate like how the physics work when you're in the air, but the handling model is nothing like the arcade game. Like this is a bad port. But as a racing game on its own, I have played worse. You know? Oh god. Yeah, this game is just running at double speed. Actually, you know what? Let's play in good cam. See how this feels. Oh god, oh god. How do I go backwards? Okay. It reminds me of the NFL Blitz PS1 port. I mean, that's like fairly okay competent for what it is, but also it's like there's a lot of issues with that port, like collision detection wise, but like if you're very familiar with Blitz in the arcade, like you could still get a handle on that and have a fun time with it, but there are certain parts where like you could be running into a dude to tackle him and you just rub up against him. There's like no tackling at all. Like it just doesn't trigger. Just doesn't see that collision at all. And that can be kind of frustrating. But if you're also like not taking the game super seriously, like I think you could still have fun with it. And I feel like this is like in the same vein as that. These weird PS1 ports of Midway arcade games. I came in first. Now what? Do we go to the next track? Track 1 in reverse, okay? But also, like, you notice I just
It's dangerous.
absolutely demolished the other racers. Like, there was no challenge there. Like, for this particular game, I have to, like, put myself back in the air of, like, what, like, how would I feel about this game if I played it when it was new? Ideally, like, this port says 96. Would have been 4. But ideally, I probably wouldn't have been competent enough to play this until I was, like, 5 or 6. So if I played this when I was, like, if I played this when I was 5 or 6, I'd probably dig it. Cascading lighting effect. What is that? Just like, oh my god, what's up with that airplane? Oh. Yeah, I like the N64 version was a formative game for me. Like that version of San Francisco Rush is so important. because prior to me playing that game, like, my exposure to video games was all based off of what my brothers played. So they played a lot of, like, Super Mario Kart, Mario World, F-Zero, stuff like that on the Super Nintendo. And the games I saw outside the home in the arcade were like Cruising USA. I saw Mario Kart 64 at a Toys R Us kiosk. Pole Position at the local pizza place. You know, stuff like that. And Daytona. But, I feel like I've told this story before. I was absolutely terrified of video games as a kid. Like, when I was really little, because I didn't want to mess anything up when I played them. And, like, I was just this fear of, like, doing something wrong while playing it, you know? I wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure what happened there. I was going to say, man, this AI was a pushover, but now I'm just getting my shit pushed in. What's going on with my wheels, dude? And so when we got the N64 for Christmas, it was Christmas '97. We got a ton of games. One of them being I failed circuit mode. Bummer. One of those games was San Francisco Rush. And like watching my brothers play it, I'm like, whoa, this game looks. It's got a. With the name song. It's got a name song remix. But I remember watching my brothers play this on N64 and being like, yo, this looks crazy. And they were trying to convince me to play it. I'm like, nah, this looks too much. This looks like way too much game for me to like handle. And they're like, no, trust us. It's really easy. And when they gave me the controller and they're like, hey, just hold down the A button and use the joystick to steer, and that's it. And when that occurred to me that it was that easy to control, I'm like, oh shit. Video games are awesome. There's that realization of just how easy it was to control and get a handle on. You know? And that kind of just changed everything for me up to that point. And then I started when that realization came to me that like, yo, video games are like super easy to get a hold of and are super approachable or get a handle on. And then I just went back and like played a bunch of stuff that I just never did. Do track 2. I'm very familiar with this track. So, yeah, Rush on the N64 was a very, very important game for me.
It's dangerous.
All right, so I know all the shortcuts for this track by heart. We're gonna see if I can nail all of them. It's like the most shortcut dense track in the whole game. Might as well be. But also we're finally playing a track in normal like forward direction. We can actually get a better handle on similarities. We got our airtime here. And like the physics and the handling are so closely tied together in this game that like they feel so disconnected in this port. Like me getting air and having like the physics take over feel like they have no bearing on how I'm controlling my car. That makes sense? really into Beetle Adventure Racing. Like, hey, it turns out that kid knew what he was talking about. Beetle Adventure Racing kind of rules. But I get the stigma of playing a game based off of the Volkswagen Beetle, especially at the time. Apparently that was meant to be like a Need for Speed game. They just rebranded because they had the opportunity to do so. Which makes total sense. It might as well just be a Volkswagen Beetle themed Need for Speed game. It's essentially what it is. I've been playing this analog steering. Oh my god, I just blew up again. I mean, with the D-pad, it's not that bad. Like, this handles nothing like the arcade game. But it works. Like, it's not good, but it's also not the worst I've played. Jesus. I need to see who did this port. Oh. The third place finish. I shouldn't even bother. The longer I have to stay on the screen, the more I have to hear this bad version of the song. So the Titus Race game is also for N64. Ooh boy, I played that. I remember playing that Lamborghini game on N64 when I was working at the record store. Somebody traded in an N64 racing wheel, and I was trying to find any game that we had that we could test it with, and that Lamborghini game by Titus on N64 was the only game that we had that was fully compatible with the racing wheel. So I argued that, like, hey, no one's gonna buy this game. We should just bundle it with this wheel. And we did, and it stayed in the shop for a good long time because no one fucking wanted it. But I mean, someone eventually bought it. But yeah, that Lamborghini game had, like, it was either designed specifically for that wheel or had controls in there that worked exclusively with racing wheels, like analog gas brake, that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure it was something that made it unique to that game.
It's dangerous.
So this mode is Extreme Race. I'm not entirely sure what's extreme about Extreme Race. I was gonna say it'd be nice to have a manual, but I actually own this game physically. And I know I'd probably talk about this in my video that I did about this, but I just don't remember. I see a skull and crossbones. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's if I blow up once, I'm just out. Like, this track is exclusive to this version of the game. I'm just fucking dead. I didn't do anything. All right, then. So we know what that mode is. We don't really need to play that mode again, but I want to see more of that track. So what's explosive? At least there's a lot of game modes. But now I want to know what the differences are. Go back to that floor track. Need to see more of it.
It's dangerous!
Much of a car with full tooth grin. But oh yeah, top of your overdrive. Crash probably explodes, but you don't game over. Let's let me out the cars. I don't know. We'll see. Oh. I have to be over a certain speed. It's like Crank. I can't go under 60 miles an hour or else I'll blow up. Alright, so I exploded going on the right side of the track off this jump, so we're gonna stick to the left. Oh, come on. Alright. Oh yeah, speed. I don't know why I said Crank. Yeah, speed is more like it. What the fuck is wrong with me? It's literally speed. Oh shit. You just get him over there too. But yeah, that's what. Yeah, I don't know why I thought Crank over Speed though. Like that, this is literally Speed, the video game. Still need to play that. Play that fourth track all the way through. So what's the difference between circuit mode and GP mode? A time pickup mode, I imagine, is just exactly what it sounds like. I guess this one's just like go through all the tracks in order, probably.
It's dangerous!
Yeah. This is a really bad port of this game. But as a racing game on its own, you could do worse. I wouldn't say controls particularly bad. Like, I've definitely played bad controlling racing games. Like, you can play this and I think have a fun time with it. You know? Like, it's competent at being a racing game on its own merits, but, like, it's super janky. The physics are unreliable. You seem to blow up under stupid circumstances, even more so than in the N64 game. Like, they really try to cram N64-esque track level layouts and like scale onto a PS1, which frankly wasn't really built to handle something along this size, you know, but they figured it out. Game speed is all kinds of fucked up, where it feels like game speed is tied to frame rate, and that is wrong on a lot of levels. I feel like that should have blown up my car there. Like, it plays by its own rules rather than, like, trying to follow the arcade game. They essentially just, like, imported the tracks from the arcade game and, like, built a different racing game around them. That being said, I have played worse driving games than this, but this is a bad pull. This may be kind of harsh, but I would argue that I'd say this game is better than a lot of other Saturn racers, if I'm being honest, you know? But visually, it reminds me a lot of a Saturn game. We got a nice first place finish there. Would be better off the copy Wild Wild Racing. Yeah, I would rather play Wild Racing over this. At least that game has like stuff in it that kind of has its hooks in me. Like I've went back like at this point I have like 6+ hours in Wild Racing. You know? I've played a lot of that game. I think it's pretty fun. And I think its current ranking reflects that. It is currently the #1 ranked racing game of all time. Christ. I'm gonna fix something real quick. I should do that later. Oops.
Selected track 3.
Track 3 reverse again.
It's dangerous!
Also, it says this car is like extreme simulation, but it's like, I don't know, man. I can't imagine the other cars handling any different than this. It feels like this car could really handle any corner you throw at it with ease. And it doesn't feel like it's faster than most of the other cars. Can you imagine if they tried porting 2049, Rush 2049 to PS1? God damn. That would be something. Yeah, I'll try out the baby cars in the next race. Like, they managed to cram the environments in here, which is impressive in a way. But none of the music is here. It's all, like, original, generic, like, background filler. It sucks to listen to. Like, the N64 and arcade music are, like, in my opinion, like, fucking classic video game music. Hold on. I gotta change something. Uh, you figure out what the name of the song is. We're gonna go through a lot of them. That's good. Sure. All these are classic. This was classic. That's the one. That's the one. Give me a second. There we go. It's not the same without the car noise. Like, in a lot of arcade racers, I'd say, like, the music also helps make the experience. Like, I want to go to the MagFest main stage and just listen to a cover band play this. And me and maybe like 4 other people will be like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, this game already feels better with this music. Oh shit! We flipped! Why did that happen there? And not literally any other turn? Better fun. Classic soundtrack. I wonder how long this GP mode is. We're gonna try the baby car. Wait, we're doing this track again?
Like the track.
In reverse again? What the fuck? What makes this different than the other mode? The circuit mode?
Three, two, one.
Shit. Hold on. Fixing something real quick. Alright.
Rush.
At least it's daylight out. Fucking driving a box.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I thought they said the handling was better. I don't think it's that much better.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
It even feels like I'm playing at a 2x speed in the emulator.
Checkpoint.
Oh.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Yeah, this is a slower car for sure.
Checkpoint.
But even then, like, the faster car, like, steering wise,
Checkpoint.
just feels way more nimble. Even though it should be the other way around.
Checkpoint.
Like, even though we're doing this track for like the third time, at least there's, like, you could change the time of day. Yeah, that's a nice feature.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Even the engine noises are so muted. It's like with the engine noises and the music, like all the excitement has just been sucked out of it. There's like no soul to this game.
Checkpoint.
I've played worse games.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Realistically, thinking about it right now, this is probably gonna be the last time I play this game for like the next decade. Maybe. How long is the circuit mode? Because I want to do something else. I want to do the time challenge mode. Yeah, I need to put my name in again. How many rounds in the Grand Prix are there? The forward track again. This might only be 4 races, but I'm not willing to stick around to find out. We're gonna do time pickup, and then we're gonna call this one.
Select the track 2.
Here, the expert car. Feeling the rush, I take it. Not feeling this particular rush. I've played worse games, but I'd be curious to see. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, when I did a video on this back in the day, like I said, and I'm like, I was probably like way more like chipper about it. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. You can actually have some fun with it, but like it doesn't hold a candle to the original. Plays it's its own thing. This game is its own thing.
2, 1, rush. 3, 2, 1,
I literally just drove right over that hourglass. I think that was my time pickup. Oh my god. Even the other cars fucking lose. First thing you play. Both games today have been, I've played worse. But when you put Wild Wild Racing in the context of being up against Rush on PS1, Wild Wild Racing is a fucking masterpiece. Okay, time pickup is just a more difficult regular race. I mean, I'm happy that it's got these wacky, weird modes, but like, what does it truly add when it's like nothing substantial, you know? Also, I can't get over how bad that UI is. It looks so ugly. We'll do the advanced car, just so we can have done all the cars. Also, we actually do need to finish a race on track 4 so we can actually see it, since track 4 is unique to this version of the game. I need to see if I can like set up a way for people to recommend
One. Rush.
games for me to play. There's a way for me to like set up a way to submit stuff, for people to submit stuff to me. Like that'd also be pretty fun to do, like even outside of doing this particular stream series of like playing Saturn games, what do you want to see? And I'll see if I have it. Oh shit. Okay, this is a remix of that one song. Okay. I hear the sample in the background.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Fucking random trolleys in the middle of the road. Oh, come on. This is bullshit.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
Oh, come on. Look, that shit feels inconsistent.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I was like, whoa, how did I get last place so quick?
Checkpoint.
We're all just clumped together.
Checkpoint.
Shortcut it is. Ah, fuck. Slow down here so not that. Yep. Take a second. Ugh, this game, man. This is a weird one. This is a really, really strange video game. Just a really bad port of a amazing racing game, but goddamn, this honestly probably shouldn't exist. I mean, I'm glad they went for it. I'm glad they tried. Seeing these like N64-esque like size circuits on a PS1 is impressive in a way. but they put them in like a racing game that feels nothing like the original Rush. Physics-wise, handling-wise, none of it feels like the original game. It's a real bad port. But I have played worse racing games. It didn't handle terribly. You could get through a circuit pretty all right. You can have some close races. I think the collision detection with the opponents, the environments, and stuff like that is really bad. It's not a good game. It's not a good game. You can have some dumb fun with it, but it's not a good game. So where does that leave us on this list? At number 1, we have Wild Wild Racing for the PlayStation 2. So you know what? I think it's important. Is San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing on the PlayStation 1 better than Wild Wild Racing? I'm going to say no. It is currently our number 2 game on our list of the greatest racing and driving games of all time. Please clap. For the sake of completion. Here's the list currently as it stands. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Second place is something to be proud of. You are the second greatest driving game ever made, according to this list. Yes. We've been doing this for 2 hours. Let's do one more real quick one. Here's one I have never played. I've seen it be played, but I don't know much about it. This is a game called Ray Tracers. Another PS1 game. This is why I should have your attention. I genuinely don't know much about this game. This game is kind of mixed, pretty quiet. Leave it up to 60, see how that looks. Skip ahead. Ray Tracers. We only have 2 modes. We have Chase and Time Attack. Okay. Look at that fucking controller. Holy shit. All right, I guess we're chasing. Shit, okay. Do we want the Spanker, the Hawk, the Lynx, or the Buffalo? We want. Let's get something bit. Let's do the Spanker. Let's get something balanced. Yo, that engine rev noise. It sounded real good. This is an anime racer. Ooh, listen to that. That is a good engine noise. Also, look at that reflection in the review window. Whoa! Shit. That is some crunchy audio. Whoa! Oh shit. Whoa! Oh, this is pretty sick. It's kind of like Burnout in a way. It's like a proto Burnout. Music gets so quiet, yeah. The engine and the skidding noises just drown it all out. Oh! We got a turbo button. Oh shit. Battle machine. Whoa, whoa! Got fucking tanks. Oh shit, okay. This is just Chase HQ. Oh fuck. Nitro. Oh shit. Yeah, one more to hit, one more to hit, one more to hit, come on. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't think we're gonna make it. Come on, hit him! Ah! Oh shit. This game fucking rules. This is way cooler than it's any right to be. I love that engine noise. Save my nitrous for the fight scenes, I guess. Oh shit. Well, that worked out pretty good. And this handles really, really well too. Points. I don't think there's any way to like refill your nitrous. Another battle machine gust. Oh shit, it's a helicopter. Oh shit. Bro, why are you so low to the ground? Whoa! Got him. Oh no! Somebody's supposed to go back up to speed. Oh, shit. Oh. Got his guns. Come on, hit him. Come on. One or two more hits should do it. There we go. Hell yeah. Oh, this game rules. And also how like that crunchy little song sounds. It sounds like a Taito song. I wonder how long this game is. 300 acres for sale. Hovercraft. Save it. Vehicle, Madcat. It's just another armored vehicle. I do like when the explosion goes off, like the back of the armored vehicle like glows red. Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna make this. I don't think we're making it. No! No! Damn. Oh. This game was really cool. Oh. I'm gonna try to avoid as many cars as I can. I feel like getting into fights will just slow me down more. Need to get as much time as I can. This handling feels really fucking good. Like you can like hit the brake. Oh, that was really bad. You can hit the brake to like initiate a drift, or you can just tap the accelerator to get your car into a skid, help you with turns. This feels great. Oh, we got this view too. Only 30 seconds for this fight. That is not a lot of time. Oh no, 60 seconds, okay. Nitro. One more hit will do it. Yes! I need to see how many tracks are in this. Oh, shit. Hold on. We have to redo this one anyway. Great car. Blah, blah, blah. How many stages? 6 stages in its main course, in its main chase mode. Do that. Big fuck all car. Nice. Oh no! Well, VTOL fighter. Oh, we're fucking up a Harrier jet. Or one more hit. Nice. Took out technically 3 tanks, a helicopter, a fighter jet. Oh. We're getting right into this. Boss rush. Be careful with my nitrous then. Your jet. A huge battle tank. Oh shit. Do this. Oh. The power shovel himself. Oh. Power shovel is a video game of all time for sure. All right, stage 6.
I am Kaiser, and the roads belong to me.
Oh, shit. Oh yeah, there's really not a whole lot to this game. It plays really well and it's really fucking cool. But after you beat the campaign, I can't imagine Time Attack is going to have much for you. Oh, shit. It's gonna be a lot harder than I thought. He's barely at a quarter of his health. taken out, and we're already at like half nitrous. It's not looking good. Just gotta drive really well to catch up to him without using nitrous. It's possible. Speed boost here. I think we get this. Fuck. Maybe a bit harder. We're gonna be cutting it real close. I don't know. Fuck. Now we gotta restart. Damn. I hope it's one of those things where we can restart on the last chapter. Cool. Alright. Yeah, we can totally do this. Good hit, good hit. 2 more hits will do it. If that. I think we got this. Fuck. All right. Give me one more. Give me one more. One more? Come on. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. My shoulders are like so fucking tense. Yeah.
It's 100 years too early for you to be challenging me.
Whoa.
Okay. Catch me if you can.
All right. There's your replay value. Plays all 4 cars. This game was fun as shit.
Rangu, what do you think you're doing? Wait!
There's just not a whole lot else going on here. But this game is super fun, though. Sleoteel Rays. Raimundo Bloody. Be cool if I could unlock those cars. Let's see, what does this game have much in the way of unlockables? This game has 3 cheat codes. Please specified task. There are 3 unlockable cars. Complete chase mode using vessel under normal or hard difficulty. Select this guy's your rival, then beat him on any track in time attack mode. Okay. Complete chase mode using all starter cars and normal. Okay, so yeah, there are 3 unlockable cars for doing this one thing in time attack mode, doing this on a hard or normal difficulty, or just playing through all 4 cars. So there's your replay value. But that's not a whole lot. That's not a lot. I will say, though, this is way more fun than it has any right to be. This game was super fun. Was that a mech? What the fuck? Yo. If I can unlock the mech, that'd be super cool. Dangerous Abe. Yeah, this game's great. This game is fucking sick. I'm so glad I picked this one. Okay, let's... Whoa. Sort of good. Choose rival. Okay, so if we beat her, we beat this car, we get it. Okay, this is just regular ass race mode. Okay. From the looks of it, at least. No nitrous. Where we can actually like enjoy the racing part. But yeah, this game is like the ultimate rental. You can see everything in an afternoon. It is nice that these tracks are unique from the main game, though. I'm going to assume it's 3 laps. This is pretty challenging, though. Come on, let me pass. Damn. That's pretty tough. This is a good video game. This is a really good video game. I give this one a glowing recommendation, for sure. And I will probably be playing more of it off stream to complete it. But this game fucking rules. If I see a physical copy of this out there, I'm 100% picking this up. This is great. A good ass video game. But How does it stack up against our other 2 games here? Where do we rank Ray Tracers on the PlayStation 1 against San Francisco Rush and Wild Wild Racing? It's better than San Francisco Rush. But is it better than Wild Wild Racing? I would argue that I was more blown away, like very entertained by Ray Tracers for sure. It handles great. It looks nice. It's really fun and wacky and goofy. But there's just not a lot else to it, you know? It's very, like, you got your 6 levels, 4 time attack circuits, and 3 unlockable cars. A lot of the unlocking is playing through a lot of the same content with different cars. Granted, Wild Wild Racing also has you do that, but there's also a lot more variety in Wild Wild Racing. I would rather control the cars in this game than in Wild Wild Racing. But in terms of a game that's going to hold my attention for longer, it might be Wild Wild Racing, honestly. But I fuck with this game. Ray Tracers is awesome. Oh, this is really fucking tough. I think Ray Tracers is the better video game. But Wild Wild Racing just has more to it, you know? Fuck, this is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. I did not think this would be this hard. Fuck. I think Ray Tracers is our new number 1. As much as Wild Wild Racing has more going for it, Ray Tracers is just so much more fun to play. You know? I had way more fun playing and driving and controlling Ray Tracers than I ever did playing Wild Wild Racing, but I'll come back to Wild Wild Racing more just because there's more to do, more stuff in it. And I also already like that game. But Ray Tracers is fucking cool. I also like the fact that it is so arcadey and just so cut and dry at what it is, but it does it so well. Yeah, I think Ray Tracers is currently the best racing driving game ever made. I honestly thought it'd be Wild Wild Racing at the top, even while playing Ray Tracers. I'm like, yeah, this game's fun, there's not a whole lot going on, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, Ray Tracers is just so fun to play. I think back to something like Davetona. That's a game that only has 3 tracks and 1 car. But I'd put that over a lot of other, like, feature-rich games just because of how good it feels to play. And Ray Tracers, I think, compared to Wild Wild Racing, is no different. Ray Tracers is your new number 1. That's a good solid 3 games to get the list started. I'm happy with that. I think we got a good swath of games going. We got a super fun, outrageous arcade racer. We got a pretty middle of the road, like competent racer, and we got a really bad port that could be worse. Yeah, good range, and a very nice surprise with Ray Tracers. I can't believe I never played it until now. What a fucking awesome game. Yeah, I think that'll do it for this stream. I don't know how frequently I'll do these, either like these will be separate from Saturday streams, but sometimes I may do these as Saturday streams. Like I still plan on streaming tomorrow. I wanted to get this out of the way because tomorrow I'm between two games. I'm either wanting to play Star Fox Assault or honestly maybe Automodelista. I don't know yet. If I'm playing Automodelista, then I'll do another one of these ranking streams, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. I do really want to play Star Fox Assault. But we'll see. Maybe I'll put a vote up on Bluesky. We'll figure it out. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do more of these. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you for Saturday stream tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care.